The lunch bunch is going after Aaron Mate. You got Professor Tamsin Shaw, who sits there and retweets. Look at the headlines of Aaron Mate's article. Russiagate is more fiction than fact, more media malpractice in Russiagate. What we've learned in year one of Russiagate, don't count on Russiagate to bring Trump down. The elite fixation with Russiagate with just days to the midterms. Russiagate is MIA. Don't let Russophobia warp the facts on Russiagate. Tamsin Shaw tweets this. This is a professor. A friend posted this on Facebook. Aaron Mate's headlines in The Nation from 2017 to 2020. Think what could have been prevented if we had a proper investigation with serious united support from the press instead of Kremlin talking points from so many journalists. This is insane. Glenn Greenwald's going to reply, and then Aaron Mate. But Tamsin Shaw, she's a professor, right? She's a professor, and she's sitting there saying that if everybody would have just gotten in line, including the press, including the free press, she expected the united support from the free press instead of Kremlin talking points from so many journalists. It is Russiagate, isn't it? He wrote all them damn articles. Professor Shaw, this is one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen. The entire media united around promoting Russiagate. And you've actually convinced yourself that it was my occasional columns in a left liberal magazine that explained the failure of your conspiracy theories. Glenn Greenwald says, academia is filled with people like this. It explains so much. Now, that's pretty much the end of that story. Let's get an Aaron Mate story up here. Do you know who Aaron Mate is? Uh-oh. The progressive voice is coming after Jimmy Dore again. So Aaron Mate. Aaron Mate is this guy. All right.
Need to send money
From
internationally?
useful
Download
idiot.
the Western Union app.
Will not.
Evidence that alleged Russian hackers stole the emails. I'm talking about CrowdStrike, which is this firm hired by the DNC. Their president, Sean Henry, gave an interview to the House Intelligence Committee in December of 2017. We just got the transcript just last week. And Henry says, when it comes to the actual exfiltration of the emails from the server, we have no evidence.
Why did they make that public?
Well, they had to, because all these interviews were, why did they make this interview public?
Why are we just, like you just said, it happened in 2017 and we're just learning about it now. So what is the chronology in terms of why we're learning about it now?
Well, I blame someone who I blame for pretty much almost everything that's gone wrong with
Schiff.
Adam Schiff. Yeah,
Right.
He has done, putting him in a central role in the Democratic opposition, I think has been a disaster, and I worry is gonna help re-elect Trump. I really do. So Schiff. So back when all these interviews were done, the Republicans controlled the committee. So they voted, actually with everybody else, including Democrats, in September of 2018, to declassify those transcripts. And so they sent them for declassification, which went under a review. That review got completed, but at a certain point, Adam Schiff takes over the committee after Democrats win the midterms, and Schiff told the Director of National Intelligence that the White House is not allowed to review any of these transcripts for executive privilege, which basically stalled the process. And it led to this protracted thing where finally, just recently, Republicans and...
So what is this about Aaron Mate? Yeah, he wrote some Russiagate fucking articles. Who gives a shit? This is just the same bullshit. I mean, Josh Fox had said that all these folks are actually all infiltrators. They, it's starting off with Russia Today, then Lee Camp, and then Aaron Mate, Max Blumenthal. Josh Fox listed all these people as enemies, and these motherfuckers have been going after Jimmy Dore because of forced the vote. Forced the vote, that's how it's tied into this. So, alcoholic, sexist, racist, Jimmy Dore. He's also a Mets fan, which is the worst. They're throwing all this shit at him, right? Just throwing all this fucking bullshit. Josh Fox was censoring Michael Moore's film. Josh Fox was trying to censor Michael Moore's film with the mass email campaign, and then Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate, Lee Camp had talked about it, and they were pissed off because they made Josh Fox is pissed off because they made a story about him trying to censor Michael Moore's film, and he didn't want that to happen. So Aaron Mate, he's Pushback is his YouTube channel. Check it out. He's on the Rolling Stone. Works for the Rolling Stones. He's an actual paid journalist for the Rolling Stone. Pushback. Right? No, that's idiots. Aaron Mate hosts a Pushback, so Rolling Stone has the idiots. Okay, so, anyways, is Aaron Mate a Russian spy?
And Richard Grenell, the new director of national intelligence, urged Schiff to release the transcripts, and Grenell suggested that he would anyway. So Schiff finally relented. So now, and meanwhile, we've also learned that during this time that we were denied those transcripts, Schiff was telling us that he had seen secret evidence of collusion. He was more than almost anybody else fanning the flames of collusion. Well, now we learn from all the transcripts that Schiff has just released that all of his witnesses told them the exact opposite, that actually nobody had any evidence of collusion at all, which is not surprising because the whole thing is so dumb to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of really striking things in all the testimony, but all of the national security officials they interviewed about this, and mostly it's Trey Gowdy, right, who's asking this question, like what the South Carolina congressman at the time, he's like, what evidence do you have at this point of...
Yeah, okay, Matt, so I'm pretty sure Jimmy reads all the books. This is Cynthia Johnson, who had wrote on my YouTube page, responded to Sam Cedar and Emma Vigilant saying that Jimmy Dore doesn't read. He had Max Blumenthal recently, and Jimmy hasn't read the management of savagery. I think it's an exception. Might have been too depressing and pushed him over the edge, but he's read Thomas Frank's Listen Liberal and What's the Matter with Kansas. He's read Noam Chomsky's Manufacturing Consent. I think he's been reading spiritual stuff more lately because he's been getting stressed and depressed. Maybe a pretentious prick like Sam Cedar ought to pick up a book on spirituality and see if he can't locate his soul. So, Jimmy Dore's read Thomas Frank's Listen Liberal and Thomas Frank's What's the Matter with Kansas and Noam Chomsky's Manufacturing Consent. Has he read? Yeah, I'm sure he's read a lot more than just those things. So, Jimmy Dore stood by Sam Cedar. Last thing I'll mention, so MSNBC tried to fire Sam Cedar because he said something about what happens if, my daughter got raped, and so he had a vulgar whatever. And Jimmy Dore stood by Sam Cedar. They tried to censor him. They tried to do cancel culture, just like Sam Cedar is doing to Jimmy Dore right now. And yet, when Sam Cedar had cancel culture upon him, Jimmy Dore stood by him. Yet, Sam Cedar, when Jimmy Dore needs someone to stand by him during cancel culture, Sam Cedar's nowhere to be found. If anything, he's actually one of the people lobbing the stones. So is Aaron Mate a Russian spy? Fucking no. God damn it. Shut the fuck up. I'm so sick and tired of this goddamn Cold War, goddamn Russia paranoia bullshit. Aaron Mate a Russian spy? Fuck you. Now, Matt Taibbi, he speaks Russian. He was over there. He's nervous about a lot of stuff. Just anxiety? Or is it something else? But Aaron Mate, I don't think Taibbi's actually, I don't know. But not Aaron Mate, not Max Blumenthal. No! No! I won't believe it. I won't believe it.